it real, yeah. Keep it real. Let's get real, yeah. Keep it real. Keep it real. That's the deal. Let's get real, yeah. Keep it real.
Welcome one and all to another edition of the Let's Get Real podcast. We do this each and every week or so. Mike Luby Lubitz, Connor Cadet, Alvin Sanders. This is season 3. I think it's our 6th episode of season 3. A couple more left.
Season 3, baby. Season 3. Yeah, not like you newbies. All right, we've been doing this
for years.
Eat that.
So the overarching theme has been sort of, COVID, the good, the bad, the ugly, different parts of COVID. It's not all bad. We've touched on, the Black Lives Matter movement. We touched on racism. We talked about relationships in COVID when we had Dr. Eva Brown. Quentin Williams was with us.
Anything that you need to get real about and stop bullshitting, we're going to touch on it. You damn right.
So that's what we've been doing. Tonight we thought we'd try, Alvin has to remind me, because I want to do, I don't know about hard hitting, but I want to talk about real stuff. And sometimes real stuff's hard to talk about. And the fact that we've been fam for so long, we're comfortable. Like, I don't know, in this day and age, people are so awkward around each other and there's like a wall, a facade, and we don't have that. So to me, I think it's cool to talk about, because people are so divided on so much shit that even if we disagree, we're not assholes about it. Like, we'll listen and talk. And I think the world, I don't think, it's obvious the world isn't allowing this these days. So that's why I delve into the tougher stuff with us, because I feel like we can handle it. Mm-hmm. So today we're going to try not do that so much. We're going to try and talk about our lives in COVID, but some of the blessings that we've gotten out of it, some of the better things that come out of it, and some of the things that we've experienced. We've had guests every week, credible people come on to shine a light on a different topic, but for this topic, we don't need anyone. It's how have we lived our lives, things we've gone through during this time, this weird, interesting time. And we're a group of friends. We're family for over 2 decades now. There's a couple more. One isn't able to join us tonight, but the other one is a friend of ours that he's actually had a very direct connection to COVID, as well as myself, actually, in the recent weeks. So we'll talk about that and some of the other things. We're going to welcome our friend, Anthony Evans' brother. Again, this Connor Cadet, Alvin Sanders, and I always point, and Michael Lubitz.
Make sure you point to the right spot.
And we're joined by Anthony Evans. We know him as Amp. So you may hear us throw in Amp, and you're like, what the hell's an Amp? It's just first-hand nature. We're best friends for
decades.
5 years. So like when you've been doing something for 25 years.
Is 25? Is it 25 years?
Something like that.
We've been best friends for like 23 years, but we've been good friends for 25 years.
25.
A long time.
You don't have to take off a definition of 3 years, 2 years. Jesus Christ. God damn.
We've been best for a long time. So
what's up? Nigga, you got out in 93. Like, you don't need to go that.
Well, because we're getting really old. So it's like, we're getting to the point where it's like 40 years and 60 years.
Stop trying to give away our age, man. Like,
A-Town, what's good, baby? What's good?
What's up? How y'all doing?
Son.
Nice shirt. I like it.
Son.
Yeah, exactly.
Appreciate you.
Nice shirt.
Son. In what world are we looking at AMP as a guiding light for how we should conduct ourselves?
For advice.
In life? Son, listen, I don't know if there are words to say proud or terrified. I don't know how you call that emotion, but I love you, son. I don't know what's going on, man. I wake up and I'm like, I want to be like Amp. Tell me
I wanna be like Amp.
how I could be like you.
Man, don't do that. That road is tough.
A little backstory.
That road is tough.
Like, you don't want those problems.
You don't want those problems.
If you haven't noticed, all of us are in relationships now. I think that's the first in a long time. Most of us have children. I don't, but their kids are like my own. Kyron has a son. Alvin has a couple children. Amp has
the kids in China. We don't count. They're not.
And Amp's been living and he's had an interesting background. He works in and out of hospitals. Mother of his children, actually, and you didn't explain this very well in the text chain. I took she's doing fine to mean she's doing fine. I didn't realize that she had COVID and was in the hospital at the time.
You didn't realize that?
No,
he said that.
he didn't say
Oh
that.
yeah,
He
you
never
no,
said
you
You
no.
said that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
I wanted to let you guys find out from her. I wasn't gonna speak too much on it until she was ready to. I guess you
okay.
you posted, she posted it or whatever.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
It's HIPAA
you know, when she's
guidelines.
posted it, I figured
me.
I figured it was okay
Well,
to
it's
talk
funny.
about it. But I
Okay, it's
wasn't
funny you
gonna.
do that because my family, like if they passed it along. My sister's husband got it, and her third child got it, and then the next time they did the round of testing, the eldest had it, and they kept doing testing for 3 weeks, and finally they didn't have it. And what's funny is the way you handle that is how my mom handled it. My mom was like,
shit.
no, she was fine, but she was like, don't tell anyone. And I'm like, what? I'm like,
Yeah, like
not-
everybody feels like it's
not an
like
STD.
that's an embarrassment that you got
No,
sick.
no.
Like,
But you gotta see like the ramification of it is you can't go around them.
Yeah, it sucks.
yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
the idea is
But it
now,
was like, I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't feel bad
yeah.
talking about it because I feel like the more there are still people, and it's not politically. We've talked both sides, depending on what life they live and how it affects their life, who are denying the effects. And to me, it's
denying
like
the
racism.
effects.
They're denying just how bad it is and what it really is and what it really means and what we should do with it. What
Okay.
the way we
You
handle
mean you mean the existence, not the effects.
Well, everyone says it exists to some extent. They're just it's a hoax to just how serious it is. So to me, just like when it comes to racism, when people say it doesn't exist, no, we point out where the racism is. Anti-Semitism, it doesn't exist. No, it exists. Things like this, if we don't embrace it,
Hey,
I feel like it mushrooms and then you give weight to those people. So I'm not trying to put anyone on blast, but to me, it's not this. I don't think she was like, let me get COVID, like shit happens. We live life and have to work. Got kids.
Well, it wasn't that I was afraid to tell people. It was her business pretty much to tell.
Yeah.
I just spoke on it because my kids were involved, but I wasn't going to be like, oh yeah, she got it. She in the hospital, yada yada. But if it was me,
how noble of you. How noble of you.
I would have been.
You're like proud of him.
Yeah. If I had it, y'all would. Everybody would have been in the street running up and down crying and stuff. What's on though? With a mask on. But I didn't.
Y'all ever see Talladega Nights?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Will Ferrell running around, he's on fire, naked.
I'm on fire.
With a helmet on.
Me with a mask on.
That's Amp. He'd have been butt ass naked with a mask on.
Rolling in the middle of 595 somewhere, screaming and crying. Help me up. Well, he's screaming, help me, Oprah Winfrey.
Listen, it's I think it's funny because when you have people that you care about that are around you, that are in your circle, all of a sudden how you conduct yourself changes everything, right? Like nothing matters to me on a daily basis until my kids are involved, until my in-laws are involved. All of a sudden I'm like, yeah, I don't give a damn about none of that. I need this.
Yeah.
And so now I'm like, all right, maybe I need to pay attention. Maybe I need to see what's up. Wait a minute. A 6-year-old died? Oh shit, I have a 4-year-old.
Yeah.
All right.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. And maybe it's by design. Maybe that's how the media tries to get at that group. I don't know.
Fear.
But all I know is that it hit home. You know what I mean? And with you, as soon as you said something, I was like, damn. All right, it's hitting home. All right, hold on.
They got really close.
Yeah,
really
dude,
close.
like hold on a minute. And I saw Kara's post. I saw her post when things were happening. And I was like, oh, they got her hospitalized. No one can see her.
Yeah, you can't have kids.
Parents.
That's the craziest part of it.
You're by yourself.
Right. Her parents are already needing help, as far as like medically. So she can't risk them. They can't even risk going to see her. Like, and all of a sudden it's different. Now anybody that's saying something that's stupid, you're like, nah, hey, look what you got to deal with. So I feel that a lot. And even with you, you're in the hospitals, you actually get to see them. Like you actually get to
I've seen.
Good to see patients and stuff. And
Like,
what's
what is your
going on.
experience
That's
like?
crazy.
What is the experience
Yeah,
like?
that's what,
Yeah.
like, exactly. Because at first I was, one of the many that was like, oh, it's just the flu, yada, yada, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
And then
Low death rate.
I
all
go to
that,
work
yeah.
Friday. Yeah, I go to work Friday. And whatever, a few rooms are filled up. I come back on Monday to that same hospital, and 2 floors are filled.
Mm.
It's all
Floors
COVID?
are filled. All COVID. So,
Yeah.
and then I'll say a month later, that same hospital, 2 floors, 3 floors, and then you go into the ICU room, and this is the COVID ICU room, and you see, older people, but then you'll get your, 1 or 2, my
Younger
age
kids,
or
yeah.
younger, with a hole in us, trying to breathe. It's this, my worst fear is drowning. So I don't know about anybody else.
Yeah, mine
because
too.
It's not a
one
dream
of the
of mine.
doctors
That is
said-
suffocating, yeah.
My worst field
one of
is
the doctors said-
child support. That's my worst field. Child
Being
support.
in the middle of the night.
please trigger me right now.
No, I don't. I'm trying to work on his triggers, yo.
I'm itching.
Chill.
I'm itching.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Chill. Let's
hold
not
on.
go down that path. Let's go.
Please don't. Please don't.
No.
Please don't.
Oh.
Right? Right?
He already had that. He's actually a veteran.
So when I seen him in the
let's
ICU,
put this in
it was
perspective.
just
Let's put this in perspective. You don't show up to one specific area. Your reach or your access is throughout the hospital, right? So you're not only in ICUs, you're in the regular floors where nothing's going on. What's the view like there?
Well, empty. They cut off a lot of the hospital, one way in, one way out to
Right.
keep track of the people.
Right.
Usually, the hospital is like people in and out, in and out, in and out,
Yeah.
in and out.
All
But
day, yeah.
but they locked it off. No family members, so it's, I guess it sounds terrible, but peaceful. Like it's quiet in there. It's not.
Right.
There's really nobody in there.
Hectic.
The floors, it's not as hectic as it used to be.
Yeah.
So it's like, when you go to a hospital, you see, the hospital look cleaner, I guess you could say, because nobody in there now.
Right.
I mean, there's people in there. It's just not the traffic is bad because they limit the people that's in there. So when you go in there, you're like, it doesn't so bad until you go to that floor, and then you're like, whoa, you walk in like, oh, well,
yeah, you can sense it.
never mind.
So what they're seeing, it's funny. It's funny that you say that, because there's a conspiracy theory going on that this is a hoax. It's been going on for a while. Okay, this is a hoax, and they're having to let go of hospital staff, and the hospital staff's got nothing to do because they're turning away clients and they're turning away procedures, and so
I can speak on that.
Yeah, go ahead. That's what I want to know.
I can speak on that. They were turning it, but it wasn't because it was a hoax. Once you slow down any hospital, they make money. It's a business.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Any other process than other ICU. Right.
ICU, everything slows down. They have other things in there, procedures, and women want to get breast and all that stuff done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they have to let those people go. A lot of the staff they have to let go because the
what
cafeteria.
Floor are they doing the breast augmentations? I want to go.
Bro, I'm not telling you, bro. No,
I don't.
It's a whole nother thing.
Okay.
Might get lost. Might get lost on that floor.
His
by
ass
mistake.
fired.
No, I want to go. I want to make sure I know what floor. Let me make notes. What's happening right now?
Yeah, but
I'm kidding, baby. I'm kidding. If you're listening to me, don't be mad at me.
Do not get in trouble with that one.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm already.
Yeah, but the hospitals, they hold a lot of things that the cafeteria workers, obviously you can't sit there anymore.
Right.
So they have to, to save money, lay off a lot of people because,
there's no traffic,
they're not making as much food as they used to.
Yeah,
the maintenance, not as much maintenance as it used to be. So they do have to let people go to save money. There's not a lot of surgery procedures going on. So people have to stay home.
It's funny, man.
And so they laying people off, but it's not because it's a hoax. It's
not because it's a hoax. That's it. It's not because it's a hoax. It's not because there's nothing going on at the hospitals. The hospitals are so quiet. No, that's not what it is. All the attention has been geared towards the ICU, and all the beds are going to ICU, and all of the worker, the emergency worker, and the 24-hour service is going to the ICU. Right. No one is going out to go get a hip replacement at this moment. Because,
well, that's the thing. Elective surgeries.
Surgeries,
cosmetic surgeries, things like that. They're not, necessary.
But it's not because it's not real. Okay,
it's not because it's not real. Right. And Em said it best. This is not because it's a hoax. It's just elective procedures aren't happening. That's it.
Exactly.
They got to shut it down. They got to limit the traffic. It's actually just a byproduct of focusing. That's really what it is. Focusing on minimizing the outbreak and
what's coming in, what's coming out.
Limit the curve. Yeah.
Exactly.
Has it changed? Like, because I know it hit a peak, and I know our numbers were ridiculous for a while, especially in South Florida. We've seen it come down. Being in and out of hospitals, have you seen that? Like, have you? I'm not trying to scare everyone. I'm trying to be honest. Like, if it's better, that'd be great. Like, have you noticed anything changing?
Yes. It's funny because right before they decided to open little things up, the floors were opening back up. They were getting ready to start doing the surgeries again. Right. And then I think Florida opened up their beaches.
This is Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah, and then boom. But they did, I will say this, they did get better with their handling of it the second time around. The first opening of, the second time around, I guess you could say. They did get better at handling it. They channeled more of the serious patients to a certain hospital instead of them being all scattered. This is what I'm getting from it. This is just my take on it, because I go to a few hospitals. One hospital says there's no COVID patients in here. We send them all to another hospital. I won't say the names because I don't want to.
You can't put that out there.
Yeah, send it to another hospital. I was like, that's terrible for that hospital, but that's good.
They're
that hospital just bigger. It's bigger, right? And
stay away from 33 and say.
But it's terrible because that hospital is near a bunch of
other stuff.
Homes. Not it's just
residential. Okay.
Not residential homes. Oh my goodness, the old people homes. I'm sorry to say it like that.
Convalescent
like retirement, 65 and older.
Retirement homes.
Your retirement home? No. I'm sorry. What you say? Your parents when you can't watch for them anymore? They're older.
Hospice?
Assistance
Or retirement home?
No, assisted living.
Assisted living and stuff like that. Yeah,
assisted living.
And they had to close one of them down next to the hospital and send everybody that was in that home.
Yeah, because that stuff spreads like crazy over there.
To the hospital?
To the hospital, yes. People on hospice.
Don't you remember when COVID first hit? Like a lot of those nursing
homes,
thing.
Like
they were passing out quickly. Like they were getting a lot of cases.
But I've seen it's slowed down a little bit, then jump back up, and it's just I think it's going to continue to keep doing this and this and this until maybe a vaccine. That's just my.
So what are we doing? We just living with it and just figuring it out, or like what are we doing? Because I see pictures online that there's kids going to school today with masks on, like, and that's like people that I know, so I'm thinking like in another month they're gonna send our kids to school.
Yeah, all of your kids are home, right?
All
our kids are home. All our kids are home. They're in Florida, South.
But I know
I know South Florida. I'm just
there's like a little bit, like another county over. They're letting kids go back to school like today.
So in North Florida, Central Florida, they're doing. Actually, Central Florida is not letting them in. North Florida is, and so the further north you go up, and almost really indicative of like the metropolis.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
I had a phone call.
No worries. So whenever you get to like those metropolitan areas and the heavily congested area like South Florida, West Palm, those kind of things.
Yeah, Miami.
They don't have a choice. Excuse me. They don't have a choice. They've got to limit the exposure, right? Actually, I just got an email today. The youth sports for fall is done. They were doing registering kids for baseball and flag football and any sport that you can't spit on each other.
Ready to play sports, and like now he's like the age. I can't even sign him up.
Amps like runs the program for all of a sudden.
Hey, I was coaching a baseball team, travel baseball team, and they're still going for some reason. They're still being able to do things and schedule. Oh man, this is travel baseball.
Really?
They don't give a shit. They don't give a shit.
I think it's more of because it's not technically a contact sport. That's why I think
not like basketball.
They're letting them
They're
go.
letting basketball? They're not letting basketball.
Nope,
no, they're not letting basketball.
No,
No basketball or football.
No, but baseball for Cooper City was canceled.
Okay.
Canceled as of yesterday.
Okay, yeah, that's weird.
But travel baseball, so you got recreational, then you got travel.
Yes.
Recreational is canceled.
Okay.
Travel
a million teams
is on.
Travel is less teams. Yeah.
Travel basketball is on.
I don't know if any of the basketball is on. I've been looking.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Because they would have to have a bubble. I don't see that happening. I think basketball is a wrap.
Out of a bubble?
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
Because remember, everybody has to touch the ball, so you got to pass it like
Yeah.
Okay, that means
touch the ball.
People lick their fingertips and do stupid things like that. So
it is what it
this is the Let's Get Real podcast, by the way. Mike Lubitz, Aaron Cadet, Alvin Sanders. Our dear friend Anthony Evans is joining us, talking about our life in COVID, and we've been hitting the harder stuff, the tougher stuff. Okay, it hasn't all been bad. Like, the one thing I'll say is we're all home. I know you're now working, Amp, and you're not home a lot, but for the most part, and I'm working too, but a lot of us are home more than we've been. Has there any positives? Have you gotten any positives out of the time? Is anything, any silver linings? Because for me, in the beginning, the fiance was home a lot, and we were running.
The fiance? Son, that's what we're calling her?
Shirley?
The fiance?
Call her Shirley, whatever.
Shit.
She was home. I
hope she does not pay attention to
my
this
fiance.
podcast.
What
he meant was the love of his life.
Because he definitely
so my future.
The rose.
We were cooking and we were running and we were spending a lot more time together, and it was good for us. I started therapy. We started couples therapy.
Like a rom-com.
It was exactly. Yes, it was the love. You saw the hearts and the montage with the music. Yes, I'll show you the video. So, but it wasn't all bad. It wasn't all great because we couldn't live our life. We couldn't travel. We couldn't hang out. But it wasn't all bad. Like, have you guys experienced any of that? Like, has there been anything positive you've gotten out of this time?
Yeah, that stimulus check, boy.
I didn't even get one.
Oh, wow.
I didn't even get one, son. It's as a matter of fact, they just processed my tax return.
Oh, the stimulus.
The tax return.
Stimmy. Stimmy. Sorry. Stimulus check. I'm sorry, Michael.
I don't know what the hell you called it.
The stimulus package.
What did you call it?
The financial one.
Stimmy.
The stimmy.
I don't give a shit what you called it.
I just got my notification that they were going to be sending back taxes.
Damn.
And I don't know if that means me, but I'm hoping that means me. It's been delayed since March. I filed my taxes in March, and they still haven't replied. They said
really
it's pending. Yeah, it's been accepted, but it hasn't been processed yet.
Oh, geez.
Wow. Yep. So I'm still waiting. So it is a mess. But for positives, if we're talking positives, my positive honestly is, man, I'm on the fence on this school learning thing, on this digital learning, e-learning, because I can see this knucklehead and see what this knucklehead's really going through. I see what he's actually, you know what I mean? Like, hey man, school ain't over yet.
You can see him slacking off and not paying attention.
Like
the little thing.
Oh no, you can't go to sleep right now. Can you go to sleep in school? No, sit your ass at the desk. Like,
it's break time. It's break time. Break time.
Break
time.
Exactly.
Yeah. I could play 2K right now. No, you can't. What? No, sit your ass down. You ain't playing no 2K. Sorry. I don't know what you thought
this homeschooling just solidified how terrible I was at school. So I think my kids are teaching me so I could teach them what
to do.
But it's just I wasn't that good at school, but I'm enforcing the law around here.
Good,
so
man. Good.
It's just tutors and all stuff like that. Whoever wants to help, please. But it's just It's just the positive for me was everything slowed down.
Okay.
You guys know me. Sports are at the football is basketball, cheerleading, baseball. So this year was, they canceled everything. Only thing I had to worry about was work.
Right.
And I guess I kind of sounds selfish of me, but
no, it's just real. It's just
man,
you always worry about everybody else. You gotta worry about yourself.
Yeah. So much stuff off my shoulders. All I had to do was worry about working and
taking care of your family.
taking care of the family, making money, and I actually finally moved. I won't say I found the love of my life, but
you doing your thing.
My girlfriend and we moved in together. Let's put it like that.
Wow.
It's been like a breaking news on
Put a sticker. Hey, this is recorded. This is recorded.
But I would say that's
on
been
the internet.
It's been a positive. It's been a positive, and I think the stimulus. I think the pandemic helped her and I out as well because I wasn't as busy as I was before. I was able to take time and focus on our relationship. Getting to know her a lot more than I did the first 3 years that we known each other. So I think when it comes to the positives, that's the main one. It was her and moving to where I'm at right now.
I'm on the same fence. I'm like, I spent so much time at home with the family, with my wife, with the kids. Like, it was good because I don't want to say that you're trapped, but yeah, you trapped. You just trapped.
Yeah.
You can't go. It's like, hey, I'm about to go. Where the fuck you going? Sit your ass down. Like,
yo, I get so dressed up to go to the gas station or just to go around.
Yeah, man.
From the store.
Yeah. What's that?
Yeah.
We need toilet paper. I'll go right now.
I'll
go right now. Don't worry about it.
I'm putting jeans on.
Worry about it. I'll be back. They got no TP. I'm going to West Palm.
I'm
gonna go to the farthest Target.
Yeah.
I heard they got TP down in Kendall.
That's the thing is, like, we're so used to being able to just do what we want when we want.
Get up and go, yeah.
You just can't do that. And Conrad asked her, what are we going to do? I don't know if I've gotten used to it, but it doesn't stress me out as much. And,
it doesn't.
And that's the one thing, like Conrad and I talk about this, and I think I've talked about it with Alvin. I don't think I've got to talk to you about it, Amp, but like, it's put a lot of stuff in perspective, like where you worry all the time. And it's funny, you think you're the only one doing it. It's interesting to know we don't get to talk like we used to. We're all doing it. I guess that's why we're brothers.
Always, yeah.
Worrying all the time. Everything really has like, because there's no plans. You can't make plans. And unless there's some people that are making plans, but the rest of us who are trying to follow guidelines, you're not making plans. You're not going anywhere. There's no traveling. There's no going out. There's no trips. There's no events.
Movies,
there's no the kid stuff is tampered down. So it's just like,
I feel bad for the kids though.
The everyday, it sucks. But the everyday, you get to take it day by day so much more. Like I always would worrying about the future so freaking much and this and that. And now it's just like, okay, what am I doing today? Okay, I'm present. We talk about it in therapy, being present. I feel like I'm way more present now than like I ever was.
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
I feel like that too, because I was always thinking about what's my next move or what I'm gonna do next, and now it makes you like really sit down, appreciate your family, appreciate everything that you have, because look, some people don't even have a job. Look how fortunate if you still have a job, your family is healthy.
Yes.
Little things like that. That's what made me what I took from COVID, just like being grateful for what you have and just realize that everything could be taken from you in an instant, and just sometimes like you don't realize it. And just like that, one day everything was here, we were going out, having fun, going out to eat, and the next day everybody's on lockdown, and everybody's like, everything's
just like that,
totally different.
I swear to God, I miss driving to work, man. I don't know what kind of craziness.
It's therapeutic.
Maybe it's long time. Yeah, man. Like I just miss getting in the car and you know, getting shaved up and all right, got the cologne on, let's go. I gotta meet people, and man, I miss all that, man. I think I may have changed my draws like twice this week.
Damn,
I don't know. It's crazy.
Oh my God.
It's
crazy because
crazy, man. Like
driving
got
to work
nowhere
is
to
definitely
go.
therapeutic.
Yeah, man.
Put your
Like
songs
just getting
on
up
after you
and
drop the kids
going.
off. Put your music on and just ride out.
No, I need to shave. Why are you shaving? I don't know. Cause. Like, wait, where you going? Like, Walgreens, bitch. Like, well, I don't know.
Yeah, something. I iron my work shirts now.
Because you got time.
My work clothes now.
Work clothes are like going out now.
My only entertainment now is drive by Hooters every day. You know, stop and just drive by slowly.
Like
real slow.
Looking.
If only.
People are beeping at you. Move, motherfucker.
Wait.
You do this shit every day at 5:30.
Throwing dollars out the windows. Yeah, that's the only entertainment. But yeah, man, it's definitely been more positive for me than anything else. It's terrible. I mean, I guess it is kind of terrible to say. I feel bad saying it, but
honestly, we're trying to say it, and I think that if people could, it sucks because not everyone is in our situation. Not everyone is blessed enough to be able to keep a job and
have
keep
money in the
going.
bank.
Exactly.
Yeah, and make those things. But I tell you what's something else that should come out of this. I remember in 2008, I was like, I don't want to be in any industry at all that could be hit by a recession. I don't want to be in any industry. I don't want to be in a restaurant. I don't want to be in cosmetics. I don't want to be in none of that trash. I want to be in something that recession comes, I'm okay. Maybe we're not doing fantastic, but I'm okay. You know, in your line of work, that's one of those industries it's kind of
recession proof.
Recession proof. Like you need that. You need fire suppression. You need that workforce around.
Safety. Yeah, safety. It's just
safety ain't going around. As a matter of fact, if they spend money, they spend money on safety. Damn that.
Yeah, that's one of the things. I mean, even though we were kind of hit because we had to, instead of working 40, had to work out 35. Right. But that was mainly because we weren't allowed to go into some places.
Right.
Not because it stopped. Yeah, they cut you off because of So, but for the most part, yeah, it's pretty much, recession. It just some guys were complaining at work. I'm like, how you complaining, bro? You
got a job.
Well,
I think
I want to be with my family. I understand that, I do too, but also
there's a balance
to put food on the table.
Exactly.
So some guys were like, oh, we should get this time off and this time off. Nah, not me. No. I was like,
because what they wanted was to be able to get paid and stay home.
Yeah.
Who were able to do, but
some were able.
Some people got lucky, but not everybody.
Working at home, but he's working at home. Like he's not
working. It's not.
Yeah.
Can't do the same thing.
Where I work, they're kind of split like that too. Like you got guys that gotta be there at the shop. You got guys that gotta be there in the warehouse. But then you got project managers and you got engineering folk that listen. All I need is a computer. I don't need to be in the office.
Yeah.
So why
I just need
I'm
Wi-Fi.
in IT. I don't need to be there. Like what? Why would I risk that?
Yeah, me either.
Still get paid.
Same thing.
So
I don't begrudge anyone. Like the radio station, the majority, it's a massive compound. You've all been there.
Yeah.
And it's huge. There's like 5 people there. Like,
is there really?
Everyone, they've made it where you can do Zoom and they've connected it where you can be on air. And that's great. Yeah. I'm in the building. There's like 4 or 5 of us that have had to be there because we do live programming. It's a little different. And we do longer. It's just whatever. I'm not going to give away any secrets, but I've had to be there. Okay. Like I'm not begrudging. Like it is what it is, like it sucks, but I'm every day I'm reminded I have a job and a lot of
exactly. Exactly.
And I enjoy doing, and it's I have the card, emergent, whatever the hell, important worker, or whatever the hell,
essential worker.
And I don't know if I'm an essential worker, but it's like, you know what? Okay, you know, like it could be way worse. And that's the thing that I've taken out of this whole thing is it could be worse. And I don't want to be negative about it, but what I mean is to embrace your blessings, and that's what.
Exactly.
And we're gonna be wrapping up soon, but that's what I want to do. Whenever I was talking about all the topics and racism and all the heaviness of COVID, to me, that's what I've gotten out of this, and hopefully it ends, and hopefully it ends soon. And whoever is out there saying we're rooting for it, I think is the most psychotic thing I've ever heard of. Everyone's been affected by this, whether it's financially or physically, everyone at this point. Okay. But it has allowed me to, like Amp said it perfect, slow down, which has allowed me to like see, you know, instead of just feeling and looking all the time, I'm seeing, and I feel a lot more grateful. Look, I miss you guys because it's not like the old days, but it was okay. Like I wasn't like I need to hang out with these guys. But any conversation we have, I'm like, oh really? Like I'm like on your every freaking word, you know, because we don't get to like always. So that to me that's good, you know. Like as people, like we're so in our heads all the time that we're not enjoying the moment. And like this, at least for me, has helped me. I don't know if it's taught me, but helped me enjoy the freaking moment of it.
It has. It's taught you. It's definitely taught you or reminded you. Not taught,
reminded you. Reminded. Yeah.
Yeah. To kind of, hey, remember, and I don't want to sound, you know, cliche, whatever, but smell the roses.
Yeah, stop and smell the roses.
Smell the roses.
Smell the roses.
Relax.
Bro.
Chill.
Exactly.
I was with Amp where we had travel basketball or travel baseball, and we're in one city. Then we come back. There's practice the next night. And then there's school, and then we're coming back. Then there's work. You got to drive down, get back here, get this kid here. And on Sunday, you're like, damn, is it Sunday at 8 already?
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right.
Whatever. Start over.
So I'm with that. I man, we haven't had to drive to it, and I miss it. I miss it just coaching with the kids, and I miss it just being with the kids. But
you don't miss that headache
right now.
Exactly.
I don't miss having to like, hey man, hey, get your shit, get in the car. Come on, we gotta go. Hurry up. We're late. Come on, we gotta be in.
I know the mornings are so less stressful now. I just wake up, Jordan, like, yo, wake up, take a shower, and eat something before you gotta get on at 8.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
It's on at 8, I'm good, but I gotta start work.
Yeah.
So it's a little less stressful.
Yeah, you don't have to be disciplinary and all that. You don't have to be. You get to actually take a break, and because they grow up super fast. Every time I don't get to see the Neffs ever anymore. But like whenever I see the freaking pictures, I'm like, is 8:25? I'm like, what the fuck happened to 8? I'm like,
looking like a young Lonzo Ball.
Like,
14 years old.
You get out of work.
Oh, God.
You just got off of work. What's happening?
Right.
We were working at that age, but it's
15,
like
15, 16.
So it's like
15.
Yeah.
But as a parent, I can't even imagine like you don't take every second to go because you're yelling at them and teaching them and schooling. But in this time, you're just there with them. So I'm hoping you get to go and like just be with them. You know, maybe not best friends, but be at least enjoy them for a few minutes instead of having to like freaking. Because I know your kids, I love them all. They're fun. So
kids can get on your nerves.
I love you.
Hey, I know what you meant by that shit.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Right.
What the fuck?
Yeah. You know, it's just I noticed Aiden has a little mustache, you know, growing in. I don't know because he's light skinned or he's just a little mustache. I was like, I didn't notice that before, bro. What's going on?
Julian's Chico, man. Julian's Chico. He had a mustache at like 10.
He shaved it off a couple times already.
Yeah. He's using my razors already.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, you notice a lot more, you know, more of your kid's personality once you get to stop and slow down.
Yeah, man, for sure.
And how much you hate that they do the same shit that you hate about yourself.
Oh my God, yeah.
I'm like, damn, yo. It's like looking in the mirror.
Ooh, I want to punch you in the face. Ooh.
Right? It's
like, damn, I do the same shit.
It's like my 14 and my 13-year-old. Both of them is like a split of me. Like Aiden got the cocky asshole side.
And Avery got the other side.
Avery got the quiet asshole side. You know,
a lot of assholes.
There's a lot of asshole sides.
I'm an asshole either way. It's just how it comes out. Either I'm loud with it or I'm quiet with it.
Or laid back with it.
And that's dumb. Avery sneaks. He's good at sneaking around.
Yeah, he looks
Aiden tries to sneak, but he just loud knocks things over and lies about it. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Julian's is the opposite of that, man. Julian's he's quiet, but he's got the anger. He's got the anger in him. He's got my anger, and where Tiano's
Alvin anger.
What's that? Yeah, he's got that anger, man. He's got that. Yeah, but the young one, he's just kind of pure. He don't give a damn. He's kind of like, yeah, whatever. Oh, no, yeah, whatever. All right, yeah, I'll do this. Yeah, whatever. You don't give a shit.
Go with the flow.
Okay.
Julian's destructive, man. He's a problem.
Yep.
Oh,
It's all good, man. It's all good, man. I'm happy we got a chance to do this on air,
Chop
man.
it up. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Gotta do this more often.
Like I said,
Absolutely.
These are days that I cherish because I'm looking up to Amp. I'm looking up to Amp and saying, "Hey, Amp, what would Amp do?
Me?
What would Amp do?
When you get a mask, that's what would Amp do.
Yeah,
don't do what Amp would do, because I almost.
He's like, I wouldn't do what Amp does.
I hate what Amp does.
Right? Woo. Don't do what I do.
The other one, what Amp did.
Don't do it. I can't even handle what Amp do. I look myself in the mirror like, what are you doing?
Look what you got yourself into.
Relax.
Stop it.
You're like, don't listen. Don't listen. We'll do it anyway.
Let's Go podcast with Anthony Evans. He is
yes
on social media. He is like no one ever on social media. Because you'll see a baby.
He keeps it real on social media. Too real.
Big nasty women.
And
like the same 3 minutes. It's like impressive.
I'll post kids, nastiness.
You know how many times I always choked on my food? One of the memes you share, or choked on like something I was drinking because I saw something.
So if people want to enjoy your social media world, how can they find you? You have accounts that are legitimate. You have like 7.
Let's say the names.
Which is the one I give away.
Let's say the names.
Let
like
me
Durant.
My Instagram.
Real one.
If you want to follow me on Instagram, hold on, let me. It's chocolate unicorn 24.
That's the one you give out. You sure that's the one you give out?
That's the one I give out. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one. I mean, that's chocolate unicorn 24. You can find me on that one.
And
Facebook
won't even
is
type
just my
that
name.
shit. I won't even type that shit in my phone.
I thought it was a cool name, bro.
No, it's sweet. It's nice.
It's sweet. Everybody gave me shit for it, but I thought about changing it, but then I was like, stubborn. So, y'all gonna make fun of my name? I'm keeping it.
That kind of stuff.
If you want to get in touch with Alvin, we know you got a lot going on. What's the best way for people to do that?
Actually, we are almost done with the website.
Nice.
Yes, I put a lot of work into it.
It's like 4 years in coming.
It is. It's not at 4 years in coming. It is 4 years and self-examination and all that stuff that I had to kind of get over. Shout out to Gary V. This guy is the truth, and he's making me kind of do it. So right now, on Instagram, you can hit me at Coach A Train, and on Twitter at Coach_A Train, and the website, it is imminent. It is coming. So be on the lookout for that.
That's what's up.
I know you got a lot going on. You always help us out here with the Let's Go podcast. If people need or would like your help, how can they do that?
If you need any type of IT services or websites, landing pages, you can hit me up at Cadet Digital on IG and on Twitter.
If you want to get at me, you can do it on Twitter, Instagram at LubyWins, and on Facebook, facebook.com/Mike Lubitz. For Anthony Evans, still feels weird saying that. Connor Cadet, I was saying, look, he can't even take it. I am Mike Lubitz.
Shouting out his government.
Everyone joining in. His government name. Everyone who does join in with us, please subscribe to the podcast, the Let's Get Real podcast. We're on every audio platform, and we do have our own YouTube page. And we're going to keep coming at you. So thank you for being fans. We're becoming fans for these guys. We'll check you next time right here on the Let's Get Real podcast.
Peace.
Let's get real, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get real, yeah. Keep it real. Keep it real. That's the deal. Let's get real, yeah. Keep it real. Let's get real, yeah. Keep it real. Let's get real, yeah. Keep it real. Keep it real. That's the deal.